Something is very wrong here. I need to get into the factory and see if I can figure out what happened to Uncle Chuck.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is PersNikity. Welcome back to Thimbleweed Park, and we are moving on to part 6. So what I'm going to say right off the bat is somewhat bad news, or I guess you could look at it as good news, but this level is pretty long. There's a lot of stuff we need to do, and the thing that makes it difficult is, one, some of these puzzles are pretty hard to figure out, so if you're not using a walkthrough, you're going to be sitting there a lot of the time stuck. Another thing is there's just a lot of traveling. We really have to kind of span the entire map of this game in this level right here. And then the other thing is there's a lot of dialogue, which if you're not following along with the story, you can skip the dialogue. That doesn't matter. But if you are enjoying the story along with me, then you are going to have to endure the dialogue. But anyway, let's just get started. So what we're going to do is, this is where we start with Dolores in the tomb. And remember, if you haven't done this already, you're going to want to make sure every character grabs a map from the Quickie Mart. And remember, the Quickie Mart is located right here, or Quickie Pal, and that's because the map allows you to travel. So what you're going to want to do right off the bat with Dolores is head to B Street, and we're going to go to the tube shop. And so if you remember, when Chuck read his will, he gave Dolores a t-shirt, and this t-shirt actually has a tube on it. It has a special type of tube. So what you're going to do is give this shirt to Ricky, or not use. You're going to give this shirt to Ricky, and she will actually make you the customized tube.
Hi, Dolores. Oh, let's go over to the counter where we can talk.
Ricky, take a look at my t-shirt. Can you make the tube in the schematic?
Interesting. Chuck's design is brilliant. Yes, I can make this tube. Won't be a jiffy. Here's the PF001 tube, exactly how Chuck designed it.
Thank you.
Alright, so once you have the tube, we're actually going to leave this store, and we got to do two quick things. So what you're going to want to do, while you're still on B Street, right here actually outside, is you're going to look at this phone book here, and we're looking for a certain number. So you're actually going to go to the letter S, and you'll see right here in red the Safely First Bank. That is the name of the bank in the city, and you're going to want to note down this number. So for me, it's 2465. It might be different for you. I don't know if that's randomized, but yeah, so remember that number, 2465 for me, whatever your number is for you. And now what we're going to do is go to that bank as Dolores. I think you could probably get away with going to the bank as any character, but why not go as Dolores? So go ahead, the bank is right here. We've already been here before in the last video, and if you remember, the banker kept receiving these like strange phone calls, so you'll notice the phone is ringing. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take control of Frank here, and we're going to go back to the hotel so that we can gain access to a telephone. And what you're going to do is you're going to use that telephone to call the bank and scare the banker, basically, so that he will turn around. And when he turns around, you can switch back to Dolores and grab the key and the paperweight. So go ahead and just go into any room here. It doesn't really matter. And what you're going to want to do is zap the telephone. Remember that the ghost can zap electronics to use them.
That
so
doesn't
zap
use
the telephone.
electricity.
Whoops. Okay, for some reason that phone doesn't work. Maybe it's because the power is off on this floor. So I'm going to go... I'm not sure why it didn't work. I think it's because floor 10 is still under construction, so that was kind of stupid of me. So now let's see if this works. Yes, okay, so that's just because the phones on floor 10 don't use electricity, so don't make that mistake. Anyway, enter the number. 24 for me, it was 2465, I believe.
Hello, Safely First Savings. Your money is in our hands. Is anyone there?
And now you're just going to run through the dialogue until the banker turns around.
Boo! Is that you again? Boo! It sounds like you, but I'm not sure. Boo! I'm almost certain you're the same obscene caller as before. Boo! It is you. That's right. Keep it your moaning. I'll get you. Keep talking. I've almost traced you.
Rattle.
Keep talking.
Alright, so
I've
now
almost
as the
traced you.
banker is turned around, you can switch back to Dolores, pick up the factory key,
There you
and
go
pick
again.
up this paperweight. And the factory key is obviously what's going to get
moan.
you into the factory, so that's a huge thing. Now what you're going to want to do is, as Dolores, go to the diner, and inside the diner you're going to ask for a hot dog.
Welcome back, Dolores. How's life being an important game developer?
It's not too bad. Long hours, low pay, boss is a jerk.
It's good to have you back. I just wanted to say, I know your Uncle Chuck was kind of a dick.
You talking about me?
Shut up, Dave! Look, writing you out of the will was a dick move, but I'm sure he was still proud.
I'd like to think so. He just wasn't himself those last few years. His obsession with restarting the pillow factory, long hours in his workshop and vanishing for days. Anyway, I'd like to order some food.
Sure, everything's on the menu board. What do you want?
I'll have a hot dog.
Good choice, honey. We're trying to move him out.
Alright, so once she gives you the hot dog, you're
up,
going to
hon,
eat
while
the
it's still
hot dog,
hot.
and Dolores is actually going to go outside and throw up. And
This hot dog is even worse than the food and the mucus
so I'll go
filled
ahead
lunchroom.
and let you listen to this.
Gotta go. I feel better now.
Alright, so this next part is actually incredibly annoying, but you have to order a hot dog with every playable character, and that is because there are 4 hot dogs, and so you need to eat all the hot dogs before you can gain access to the hamburgers, which we'll need later on. So like I said, it's really kind of annoying, but it's just something you're going to have to do. But before you do that, switch to the agent, and you should find this
Free
pizza
pizza
guy
coupons.
here, and intimidate him so that he runs away
Pizza!
and will drop a coupon.
What a free pizza coupon. Wink, wink.
You could be arrested for dressing like that.
Who are you? Are you the cops?
I'm your worst nightmare.
You're a Fed. Well, I can tell by the suit. Oh, I just knew it. I know my rights. I need to see a warrant. This is an illegal arrest. Ah!
Awesome. So once he runs off, you can go ahead and pick up this coupon, and that's going to be something we use later on. So like I said, what you're going to have to do is with all 4 characters, you're going to have to go into this diner. As each one, you're going to have to talk to her, order a hot dog, and then proceed to throw up. So instead of showing you all that, because it's literally the same thing over and over again, I'm going to skip to the last character, but just know you have to do it with each character.
What can I do for you, honey?
Okay, so now that every character has thrown up, you'll notice how every character is sitting here in a nice little row. And so what you're going to want to do is, with the final character, you're going to want to go inside the diner here and talk to Sandy. And now
What
we're
can I
going to
do for
order
you,
a
honey?
hamburger, which she will now give you because
like
all
to
the
order
hot
some
dogs
food.
are gone.
Sure.
So go ahead and
Everything is on
run
the menu
through
board.
the normal
What do you want?
dialogue. And then, like I said, just ask for the hamburger.
I'm ready for that hamburger.
All right, honey. Now that you helped us move those hot dogs, you can have a hamburger. Dave, burn one, take it through the garden and pin a rose on it.
Ready. Been saving one here in the grill pocket just in case.
Here you go, hon.
Okay, and remember, we had to order a hot dog with each character, so just don't forget that. And then what you're going to do once you have the hamburger is go ahead and go to the hotel. So you're going to go to the hotel with Ray, and then with Ransom, you're going to go to the circus. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of setting everything up because I know what it is that needs to be done. And then with Dolores, I'm going to go ahead and go home to the mansion. Alright, and so once you get to the mansion as Dolores, again, remember I said that there's just so much traveling to do here. This is really a level where you have to take advantage of controlling all 4 characters. I don't believe you need to use Frank, okay, you will need to use him one other time, but come to the room here, and if you haven't already, you're going to want to grab this trophy, basically grab everything you can in the room. So you see that I already have it all in my inventory. I grabbed it all previously just in case. If you haven't done so, if you haven't done that already, then just make sure that you do it now. And so then with Ransom at the circus, so switch back to him and go into your trailer. And this is something you might have already done in the last video. Pretty much everything I'm doing right now is something you could have possibly done in the last video. So if that's the case, then you can kind of skip ahead if you've already done most of this. But what you're going to want to do is open the safe right here. Notice how I pulled back the poster. And then you're going to want to pick up the joke book. And you're going to want to pick up each of these pages. I think there's 4 of them in total. And what's going to happen is the last one, when you go to pick it up, it's going to blow away.
Come back here. Hey! Stop! Damn broken window.
Okay, and so once that happens, go ahead and go out here with Ransom. And you're going to select push the trampoline, and you're going to want to push it to the left, and I think you can push it a total of 2 times. Whoops. And just to make sure, try to push it again.
That's as far to the left I can...
So there we go. Now with Agent Ray, you're going to go ahead and meet Ransom at the circus, and that's because you need him to jump on the trampoline, but before he'll jump on the trampoline, he needs a spotter. So now, once they arrive, go ahead and you got to open those gates for the agent. All right, so you see the gates are open now. You should be able to go inside.
It pains me greatly, but the clown's right. I can't enter private property without a warrant.
Okay, so I think I made a mistake. Instead of going there as an agent, go there as Dolores, and that's because she is not a federal agent. So, sorry about that. Awesome. So yeah, you can go inside as Dolores, so just make sure you do that because she is not a federal agent. And once you have control of Dolores, let her stand somewhere near that trampoline. And now with Ransom, you're going to go ahead and jump on that trampoline. So go ahead and use the trampoline. And what you're going to do is you're going to jump, and you're going to see the paper.
I need to be higher to jump on it.
So climb up these stairs so that you're higher, and now use the trampoline. And now aim your cursor over to the left side where you see mine, and you're going to have to click on this piece of paper. So click on it.
Page. Got it.
There you go. So once you successfully click on that page, Ransom will pick it up in midair, and then you can go to your inventory and simply use each page in the joke book to combine each one.
Got the page stuck back into the joke book. Got the page stuck back into the joke book.
So now with the joke book complete, we are going to head to the hotel as Ransom so that we can compete in the costume contest. And this is going to have a lot of dialogue, so this is somewhere where if you're not following along with the story, you can go ahead and skip all of the dialogue in the contest. The end result will always be the same. You're going to win 3rd place, and you're going to walk away with a record.
Ready to face my adoring public and win this contest already.
Thank you all for coming to witness the Ransom Lookalike Contest. We've got a great crowd here tonight.
What is he, blind?
Stinks in here.
Yes, well, it looks like we've got some great entries and some not so great entries. But I'll be the judge of that. That's right, I'll be judging the contestants as they try to make us laugh. First up, we have Corey.
Ooh, that's some cape you've got on there, kid. I bet your mom made it with love. I hope there's a Batman look-alike contest for you soon. You definitely win. So convincing.
You've gotta be kidding. That wasn't an insult. It was a crappy compliment.
I don't like hats.
Is that the only fact you know about me?
Who are you?
Why do I bother?
You're all poo-poo heads. Just like Winnie the Pooh, you're sweet as a honey pot.
No way. You're all a bunch of inbred freaks. Don't try to deny it, because I've seen the sheriff, the coroner, and the hotel manager.
The sheriff, coroner, and hotel manager are all distinct people and awesome in their own right. You should be thanking them for keeping the town running.
Thimbleweed Park is full of snobs. You're so fancy here that the bums give money to tourists so they can buy some better clothes.
No one's giving any bums money. They live off scraps like the rest of us.
You guys are obsessed with this Chuck guy. Seriously, I haven't seen brainwashing like this since the Manson family.
Don't you know it's disrespectful to speak of the dead that way? Especially the faultless Chuck Edmund.
Bunch of ingrates.
Sounds like someone has to update their jokes. Now we have our final contestant, Corey.
What a lovely crowd we have tonight. I can't wait to meet all you wonderful special snowflakes.
This is so unbelievable.
I hold you all ransom with my jokes.
Clever. Ransom, so smart.
You're all silly billies, but you're still lovable.
Oh, kill me now.
This won't take long to decide the winner. In first place is, obviously, Corey!
Oh my! Thank you!
Corey wins a licensing deal with Mega Toy Company.
I'm going to make a cute fuzzy dog.
But you can just walk into any toy store and buy that already.
Second place is Corey.
Of course it well is. Totally rigged.
How can anyone compete with Corey? It's a pleasure to come second to his first.
You've won a gift card for facial reconstruction surgery.
How exciting! Just like my hero, Michael Jackson.
Which leaves third and last place to... What was your name, anyway?
It's Ransom, you idiot.
Oh, your name is Ransom, too? That's an odd coincidence. Pity your act wasn't very convincing. So third place goes to the poorly named Ransom. You win an easy listening theremin record by Sykin. Congratulations to those who put some effort in.
All right, so now we won the record, and our goal here, our objective is to fix Agent Reyes's watch. So using the county map, you are going to go to the radio station as Ransom and make sure you take that record with you. And then what you're going to want to do once you're there is switch to Agent Rey. I guess it doesn't have to be her, but she hasn't done anything yet, so why not? We're going to meet her, or we're going to bring her to the radio station as well. And then one thing you're going to want to do, just planning ahead, is go ahead and give the record to Agent Rey.
Whatever.
Alright, and so now, like I said, our main objective is to fix Agent Reyes' watch. So we already brought him to the hotel, and what you're going to do is go up to ThimbleCon, and you're going to give this hamburger to one of the characters.
In there. Superman.
And so you can run through the dialogue if you want to, but you can actually skip it. And so what you're going to do is give the hamburger to this guy right here in the red Star Trek uniform.
You look hungry. Would you like this burger?
Thanks. That's exactly what I wanted. Delicious. I have to go to my room.
Okay, and so once he runs away, you're actually going to follow him and watch him go up the elevator here, and you're going to want to note what floor he lands on. So we're on the 2nd floor right now, and you can see that he's going up to the... So he's going up pretty high, it looks like. And this will be randomized, so he's going up to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. He's going up to the 10th floor, it looks like. So what you're going to want to do is basically just follow him up there. Okay, so what happened was I must have counted wrong, and I messed up. I did not see what floor he went to. So if that happens to you, don't worry. All you have to do is talk to him and remind him of the hamburger.
Starships in bottles, handmade.
So you'll notice right here, one of the options is, do you want another hamburger? Select that one.
How are you feeling now? Do you want another hamburger?
Hamburger? How can you say that? I have...
Okay, so he'll just do the same exact thing. He's going to run up and throw up in his bedroom. So what you want to do is count the floor that he goes to. I don't know how I messed this up last time. So he's going to go, let's see, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Okay, see, I already tried the 10th floor, so I don't know what's happening here. I'm going to try it again.
Ninjas fight alone. Pirates will always
The point is, you have to follow him up to the correct floor, and once you get to that floor, you'll notice that one of the doors is open, and the door that is open, that is his room. So let's try this again. I'm going to go up to the 10th floor.
Ow! That hurts.
Okay, and so something went right. So you see, okay, god dang it. Over here to the far right, you can see that his room is this far room on the right, room 1009.
Sounds like someone's being sick in there. No, I don't want to see that.
So now that we know what floor he's on the 10th floor, we are going to want to go there as Frank. So right now Frank, unfortunately, and of course, is on the wrong floor.
Oh, that's better. Now to get back to work.
And so what's going to happen is this guy, he's going to go back downstairs after he's done getting sick, and now we no longer have to worry about him. Once you know what floor he's in, you're good to keep going. So I really hate this elevator mechanic.
Someone must have locked its use.
I really despise the elevator mechanic because the ghost can't, the ghost doesn't seem to be able to go up to a floor unless you bring the elevator to him, unless I'm doing something wrong. So the ghost is one floor below me, and of course the hotel doesn't seem to have stairs, which I'm pretty sure is against every law ever. But go ahead now, go up to the 10th floor, and of course it's going to be randomized. So the guy's room probably won't be on the 10th floor for you. That is randomized, so just make sure you're going to whatever floor is the correct floor, and then go to the room. Now switch back to Agent Reyes and just follow the ghost to the proper room so that you can get the watch repair tools. So like I said, this level is kind of intensive. It involves a lot of different things, a lot of different characters, and it can get a bit confusing at times. But so now, once you have both characters here, you're going to go ahead and zap the door so that it opens up. So zap the door, switch to Reyes, and now you can go inside. Once inside, under this lamp, you will see the jeweler's tools, which is what you use to fix the watch. And so once you have that, thank goodness, now you can go to Main Street, and we're actually going to go to the jail cell where they locked up Willie. And so remember, he is upstairs here in the sheriff's office, so go ahead and walk inside. You'll notice this radio right here, that's important. Walk up to Willie and give him the jeweler's tools.
Now, why would I want your tools?
Okay, so you have to talk to him first.
I'm innocent!
If you didn't do it, a jury will find you not guilty. I'm sure this will all resolve itself at trial.
But I didn't do it, I swear! The only man I ever wanted to kill is Chuck Edmund. He's already dead.
I wouldn't say that to a jury, Willie. The evidence is already fairly incriminating. If you didn't do it, why did you confess?
I was scared and confused. When you pulled that good cop, bad cop stuff on me, I'd have said anything to make it stop. I'm just a humble watch and violin repairman to the stars. I'm not used to your big city torture techniques.
You were a watch repairman?
Yep, the best Thimbleweed had ever seen. Society's elites would come from all over the county to get their fiddle plucked or their cogs cranked by old Willie.
You were a watch repairman?
Yep, the best society's...
Why are you homeless if you had a successful business?
Well, I was a watch and violin repairman to the stars. My clients were the creme de la creme of the county. When Chuck Edmund blacklisted me, all my A-list clients dried up.
So long, Willie.
Now get me out of here or get bent. Now, why would I want your tools? I'm innocent.
I heard you used to have a watch repair shop. Can you fix this watch?
Why should I? Considering I'm only locked up because of you.
So you'll notice what I had to do is I had to talk to Willie, find out he's a watch repairman, then I had to give him my watch, and now what I'm going to say is if you fix the watch, I'll prove your innocence.
If you fix the watch, I promise I'll prove your innocence.
Well, let me see it. Well, that's a strange-looking watch. But sure, I can fix it. But do you think I can fix it with my teeth? Come back when you have some proper tools. And turn off that awful noise. Play me some theremin music.
Alright, so there he dropped both clues. First, you have to give him the tools.
Willie, here are the tools you wanted.
Don't give him the watch yet. Now what you need to do is
tools.
change the music on the radio. So what you're going to do as these two characters here, first, go ahead and switch to Agent Ray here and walk inside the radio station. And make sure that you have the theremin record in your inventory. You should have gotten that from Ransom.
Pizza meeting tonight. Find Chet for the secret code. And now back to our special hostile
So don't worry about that. We already
takeover
have
song.
the secret code. Make sure you have the theremin record in your inventory. And then, like I said, switch to Ransom. Now, as Ransom, you're going to go over here to the radio tower, and we're actually going to climb to the top of this tower, and you'll have like a little cutscene with some dialogue.
Oh, let's get the clown to climb the ladder. The circus freak will climb the ladder. For making me do this. All this climbing just to solve a puzzle. Waste of my time. Now I better get out of here fast.
What happened? We're off the air. Just as we feared, the government sabotaged the tower.
Okay, now you got to do this next part pretty quickly before she comes back. So what you're going to do is go into the radio station here. Go inside. Now use the theremin record on the left turntable. Okay, and now you're going to use this lever so that it plays the theremin record. Now once the music is switched, you're going to see this. This is because she has now climbed up to the top, and now she's going to make her way back. So before she gets back, you're going to switch to Agent Reyes and give Willie the watch while the theremin music is playing. And do this before she gets back to the radio station.
I'm innocent!
Can you fix this watch? If you fix the watch, I promise I'll prove your innocence. Here's my watch for you to fix.
Hey, you have that great theremin music playing. Okay, hand it over. Okay, your watch is fixed. Here you go.
Now the watch is fixed, and she's gonna get back to the radio station here.
What is
Nothing
that
bad will
awful
happen,
noise?
so don't worry about
The feds
this.
must be trying to brainwash me. What are you doing in my control booth?
Federal agent investigating suspicious activity. Leaving now. All done.
How'd this get here? Okay, all back to normal again.
Okay, so the good news is, if you've already done everything I did, the rest of this chapter is actually incredibly short. There's not a whole lot to do. Fixing the watch, you could have done that in the last level, but I chose to keep it until now because you didn't have to do it to complete the last level. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to want to get to the factory as every character. You're eventually going to leave the factory, but you just kind of want you just want to get everyone to one central location. That'll just kind of make it easier in the upcoming part. And so our goal here now is to get inside of the actual factory. So if you remember, as Dolores, we went to the bank and we got the key earlier in this video. So of course you're going to need Dolores here to open the lock. We are done with Ghost Frank for now, so don't worry about him at all. And then so you're just going to want to get all 4 living characters to the abandoned factory, and then as Dolores you're going to want to use the key to get inside. So remember, it's not the office key, it's actually this key right here. It's the factory key. Go ahead and use that on the padlock.
The key fits.
And now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and switch to Agent Ray. I guess it, again, doesn't really matter who you switch to. So actually, never mind. We're going to switch to Ransom because I'm trying to think ahead and save you a bit of time. So as Ransom, go ahead and go into the factory here. And it turns out, now that I think about it, we are also going to need Agent Ray in here. So with Ransom, go ahead, go through this archway here, and then go to the right until you see this big machine. So here's the machine. Now go ahead and switch to Dolores, go inside here, and then go through the archway, but this time I believe you're going to take a left instead of a right. So go inside, take a left, and you're going to see some radioactive waste. And now as Agent Ray, we're going to go inside and we're going to go to the same location as Ransom. So like I said, this is kind of what makes the level really long, is that there's just you just have to use all these different characters. And keep in mind, the only reason I'm using Agent Ray is because she has the wrench that we took from the Pigeon Brothers. If Agent Reyes took the wrench, then of course you're going to want to use him instead. And so now once you get to this machine, you're going to use the wrench on this bolt. Now, go ahead and switch to Ransom, and you're going to pick up the battery that just got unlocked, and then why not? You might as well use this lever here. Okay, finally, switch to Dolores here, and you should have picked up the math trophy that was in her bedroom. So go ahead and use the trophy on the radioactive waste here, and you will actually collect a radioactive
It's now
sample.
filled to the brim with radioactive waste.
Alright, so now you're going to want to use her map and go to the trailhead, which is the forest. And then you're also going to want to go to that same location as Ransom. And again, make sure Ransom is carrying the battery. That is going to be important. Now, as Dolores, this is really tough. This took me so long to figure out. You're going to want to use the radioactive waste with this puddle here. And what that will do is it will make it a radioactive puddle. Now you're going to want to leave and then just come right back. So leave and then go right back. And this is something you're going to just have to wait for, apparently. You'll notice that once in a while a different character will walk through here, and they'll walk through that puddle. And so now that the puddle is radioactive, they'll actually leave footprints. So if at first you don't see them, go ahead and just kind of, you just got to kind of stall for time here. So keep leaving and then keep coming back, and eventually you should see these footprints here. And so now you're going to want to follow these footprints with, I guess you don't need to follow them as Dolores, So actually, instead, I'm going to follow them as Ransom because he's holding the battery. So with whoever's holding the battery, and I'm telling you now, you're going to want to make sure it's Ransom, and that will be clear why later on. You're going to want to follow these footprints until you come to an electrified fence. Okay, so once you get to the fence here, you're going to use the battery on the electric fence to charge it up.
No!
Now, while you're here, this isn't something you necessarily need to do, but you might as well do it while you're here. So switch to whatever character is holding the pizza flyer, and then look at this secret code at the bottom. So for me, it looks, I can't tell if that's 55 or 65, but it looks like 65, 95, 31. Write down that code, do whatever you need to, and then you're going to input it as Ransom. So go ahead and use this keypad here. And so mine was 65, 95, 31. And looks like that worked. So now, once that electric gate opens, you're going to walk over here to the pizza van, and you're going to use the door to go down to a secret room. Let's try open door.
Ransom, welcome to our important meeting. We were waiting for you. And don't forget to take your goodie bag before leaving. We're starting the meeting now. Please, gather round.
Hello all, thank you for coming to this very important informational meeting. I'm Brett Lockdown, and that's my brother Chet guarding the elevator.
Hiya.
First I have to ask, any pets here?
No way.
All right then, let's begin. Have you heard the signals? The government is controlling your mind. They are taking away your free choice. We are becoming mindless sheep with no control over our destiny. Fight back. Are you with us?
Yeah!
Squawk!
Yes, I'm with you. Yeah.
That's all for now. Stay vigilant. And don't forget to take a goodie bag before you leave.
Squawk!
Ouch.
Hey, no pinching!
Squeal! Eek! No pushing! Ow!
Hey! Hey, no pinching!
No pushing.
Alright, so before you leave, like he said, just take one of these goodie bags here. And then what you're going to want to do is open it to reveal 2 new items.
It's pretty heavy. Looks like
Now,
a
you're not going to have to use
disc.
these items for
It
now,
says
so
Silvery
you don't really
Hacker
have to
boot
worry about
disc. I
that.
can't use the map here. Gotta take that goddamn elevator.
So now, as Ransom so elegantly put it, go up, and now you can return to the factory with both characters, Dolores and Ransom. So go ahead and return to the factory, and now we are at the very end here. We have everything we need to get into that factory. Now, doing that whole pizza room thing, that wasn't necessary for this level, but I just kind of figured while you're there, while you're so close, you might as well just do it. So what you're going to want to do now is switch to Ransom, and remember we charged up that battery, so what you're going to want to do is put that battery into the machine that we got it from, which is through this archway here, and then to the right. Okay, got stuck. Now, like I said, just simply put the battery in and the machine should come to life. And it will reveal this panel right here. Now, as Agent Ray, or I guess it really doesn't matter who here, but you might as well just choose Agent Ray. Go to the left of this archway here, and you're going to come to a doorway right here. So go inside, and what you're going to want to do is just pick up all of these papers until you find a book. And don't worry, these papers won't get added to your inventory. You just need to get them out of the way to simply reveal the book. So there we go. Pick up the handbook, and then you can go ahead and walk outside here. And now we have everything we need to solve this puzzle and get into the factory, which will trigger the end of this level. So stand here with her, doesn't matter. Enter the factory with Agent Reyes, and we're going to be needing his watch. So that's the most important part here. So go ahead and go all the way to the left. And you're going to find the first control panel. But to activate it, you're also going to need Dolores. So go ahead and switch to her and follow Agent Reyes over there to the first control panel. And remember, at the beginning of the level, we went to the tube shop. We gave the lady our t-shirt and we got a custom tube, and that tube is what we're going to use on this machine here. So go into your inventory. It should be called the PF001, and use that on the Doortron 3000.
It fits perfectly.
Alright, so now switch to Agent Reyes, or Ray, or whoever has the handbook, and look inside. And here's what you're looking for. First, you're looking for this number, which is for the information line. So mine is 4753, yours will be different. And then you're going to look here, and you're going to notice this number that says 5 minutes. This is really important, so keep that in mind. That number might be different for you, I don't know, but just note this number right here. So 4753, and what I'm going to have to do is use my cell phone to call that number.
Thank you for calling the Pillowtronics Automated Security Information Line. For today, proper start time for Station 1 is 5:05.
So my first time is 5:05. Again, it's randomized. Yours will be different. But once you know that time, you're going to use this clock or pocket watch on the first control panel here and change the time to whatever the voice said it was. So mine was 5:05. So you're going to turn these two dials until they line up accordingly to the right time. And then in the handbook, there was a number that said 5 minutes. Yours might say something different, but that number means that each subsequent control panel is going to be shifted in time by that amount. So first off, I need to have 5:05. The light will turn green, indicating that I did it correctly. Now with Agent Reyes, he's going to automatically take the watch. And so now what we're going to do is walk over to control panel 2. And once we get there, we're going to once again use our watch on the machine, and we're going to change the time. Now remember, my handbook said 5 minutes. If yours says something else, then do it accordingly. But 5 minutes means that I'm going to shift this from 5:05 to 5:10. The light will turn green, and now door number 2, or control panel 2, has been successfully opened. And then I'm just going to do the same exact thing for control panels 3 and 4. Control panel 3 is going to be set to 5:15, and then control panel 4 is going to be set to 5:20, always moving in the number of increments that the handbook indicates. Now once this works, once I do the 4th control panel, the door will open, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use all 3 characters besides Dolores to open the door, and then Dolores will be able to squeeze through the gap. And that's going to be it, guys. So go ahead, use it, shift it one more time. All doors will now be open. I'll take this chance to say thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, if it helped you beat the game or anything like that. Leave a comment below letting me know what you thought of the walkthrough, what you think of the game, anything like that. And now once you get all control panels set, you're going to have every character head over here to the giant doorway. So there we go. There's one. Now we're going to get Ransom over here, and then we're going to get Agent Ray over here. We're going to open this door, we're going to go through it, and then we are going to be done with level 6, and then we're going to be moving on, of course, to level 7. Poor Frank. Frank is just stuck in the hotel this whole time. And so now, with all 3 of these characters, you're going to open the door, and then you're going to squeeze through with Dolores. So here we go. Open the door with this character.
And there's no place for a key.
Okay, whoops. I forgot to press the button. So you'll see this red button here. Go ahead and use that.
The door's moved a little, but stopped.
Now open it.
They must be stuck. It opened
Okay,
a little more.
that's one character. Switch to Agent Reyes, open it with him. And now switch to Ransom and open them with him, and then squeeze through with Dolores. And that's it, guys. Then you will trigger a little cutscene, and you will be done with level 6. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in future videos.
I think someone could squeeze through now.
I think I can squeeze through the opening now.
Holy...
Oh, you said it, Clown.
This can't be. It's not possible. What have you done, Uncle Chuck?